Anime Parliament. These guys know what Parliament is. What about the rest of you? Raise your hand if you don't know what Parliament is.
I have no idea!
Alright, the people over there, are you guys actually serious? You don't know what Anime Parliament is?
No, but you were going to enlighten us. Right now.
Okay. I can't believe I actually have to explain this.
And in your comments.
Anime Parliament has been running for 10 years. MangaNEXT will mark the 10-year anniversary of Anime Parliament, which is why we're running the All-Star version that people haven't signed up for yet and really ought to, so I don't really want to have to cancel it.
Going to E3.
Are all of you going to E3?
I'm not.
Is the whole of this organization 13 going to E3?
We're not this organization.
I know, I'm just mentioning in general. Group over there. If you're not going to E3, you should be coming. Because you don't need Angelo to walk you to the convention.
Besides, if Angelo's not there, you might get word
Well,
that
then you want to help them.
I don't like them. Yeah, but
Okay. Well, Parliament is, I don't even know how many times I've run this thing now. It's not really a court. You know, the cosplay court case, which is run at Kineticon and Anime Boston, has a very different format. They actually assemble their group. They have the judge and the jury and the bailiffs and all that stuff. We don't do that here. He and I have actually had a lot of dialogue, and that's why you'll never see Parliament at Boston or Kineticon, because we don't step on each other's toes. He gets Boston and Kineticon, I get everything else. Well, there's a reason for that. This, pretty much anybody can bring up a case against any character, any situation, anything, in any anime series you want. The entire audience gets to deliberate on this, and anybody who has an argument for or against your position is welcome to raise their hand, stand up, and present that position. At the end of the deliberation, or until we've gone off on too much of a tangent, I call for the vote, the audience votes. I'm not a judge. I'm pretty much here to prevent tangents and make sure that both sides of the case are fully argued. And once the verdict is voted upon, then we get into the lovely little act of sentencing, which is always the point of cases that everybody seems to like the most. For the people who've never really been to a Parliament before, we have done cases that have resulted in the removal of Relina Peacecraft from office and the replacement of her with a block of cheese. Which would seem unanimously to have better potential in the office. We have Angelo. What else? We've declared Peach a Nazi. And I'm not kidding. That was one of the greatest cases we've ever
Captain
run.
Olimar is now space folk.
Captain Olimar.
Everyone, everywhere must wear kimonos.
That was an Anime USA case, which is hysterical. AnimeParliament.com. Every case that has ever been brought up is there. Feel free to take a look. For those who do know about Parliament, I do have a Cafe Press site with shirts and stuff. And if you guys want to see me go to conventions outside of the ones I already do, I can't afford to go to all of them. This will help me afford to go to more. We've got the Facebook group. Got Anime Parliament on Twitter. Join them, please. And as I mentioned, the MangaNEXT version of Parliament will be the Anime Parliament All-Stars. You send an email to me, magistrate@animeparliament.com. You let me know what your case idea is. We are going to put the best set. We're going to put all of the case ideas up on the Parliament website as we get a little bit closer. You're going to vote on the top 7. The top 7 will be presented. Then the audience will eventually vote on the best case of that session, and then they will get not only a nifty little trophy, but 2 free badges to either MangaNEXT 2013, Otakon 2012, or Anime USA 2012. So, we can't go wrong. It's a hell of a prize. There will also be an All-Stars for Parliament 18+, but I'll discuss that tomorrow night.
Just to put that in perspective, Otakon tickets are $70 each.
Yeah, $70 right now for pre-reg at Otakon. So 2 badges to Otakon is a pretty substantial prize.
Because it's kick-ass.
Just because it's big.
Yeah, just because.
I mean, it doesn't. I mean, the bands usually kick ass, the guests kick ass. The programming is okay. You know, I mean, honestly, put the programming next to an MangaNEXT, put it next to a Katsucon, put it next to a Boston. It's pretty much on the same level, if not a little bit worse.
Adam, you know what the race
All right, what were you saying, Angela?
What was I saying?
Okay.
I should have been.
I was saying, you know what reason why this is here? Security. Oh yeah, you remember all the incidents last year? The helicopter. Yeah, the missing person.
Moving
That
along.
was last year.
All right.
Security. That's
So,
what we're paying for.
yes, we have the normal version of Anime Parliament today at now. You can bring up cases on just about any subject, keep it PG-13. If you want to get into more raunchy subjects or have more interesting deliberation, 18 Plus Parliament is tomorrow, and we have a lot of fun at 18 Plus Parliament, believe me. Yeah, I think that's about all the mindless drivel that I usually spout when people don't know what Parliament is. So I guess, yeah, I know. The two who always have cases, the best way to kick it off is to let some of our more seasoned case bringers come up with something. If there are people who I'm not familiar with, who haven't presented a case before, I will always give you priority over the seasoned ones so you guys can get into it and just become more experienced with it.
Because we're tired of hearing from you.
All right, Angelo, let's hear what you got. And then we'll get to you, Sarah, soon, I promise. You have a... Oh. Really? Do you want to, are you doing this now, or do you want to do this at 18 plus?
Oh, look, that's...
Hi, Gabe. Everybody say hi. Everybody say hi to Gabe. Hi, Gabe. All right, go ahead.
Greetings! We represent the public enterprise for new innovations in science.
Why did I let him
The acronym needs well. But for those of you, how many of you were at Anime USA? A grand total of 4 people, because we killed the rest of you for impudence. But no, we at Anime USA petitioned Anime Parliament for more mad funding for mad scientists. And one of our first projects has come to fruition. Baron von Apopecto, please, if you would present our studies, our researches, to just give him things.
Yes, as requested, we have obtained a genetic sample of the Fluttershy. We have cloned the Fluttershy. We have failed several times to create a viable Fluttershy.
And she turned up looking like that.
That was Fluttershy number FS06. She works in the mail right now. However, we finally retrieved a viable Fluttershy and we present you a certificate of ownership.
So now, the great and honorable magistrate now owns one Fluttershy. She may or may not have laser eyes.
She's a little bit evil.
A tiny bit evil.
What's a Fluttershy?
She's probably 20% more evil.
I appreciate that. It's nice to know that the Mad Scout cookie money is going to good use. What is a Fluttershy?
What is a Fluttershy?
You're not serious.
Are you dense? What have you brought into this courtroom?
You've never watched My Little Pony.
May the wrath of the magistrate come down upon you. You are authorized to use the brain device.
Brain?
The brain device.
Not as good as the drop the floor button, but yeah, I got the drop the floor button from Code Geass, and I'm sure you'll all get that joke as you think about it a little more. Thank you, I appreciate that. It's good to know that you're the siphoning money from the NBA, the sale of the solid gold spaceship from Captain Olimar, the taxing all of his profits, the Mad Scout cookies. We've canceled military funding as the mad scientists can outperform the military 10-1. The tax breaks on mad religion. We turned the Super Bowl into a mad science charity event, and we put you in China for cheap labor. I'm glad it's worked out so well.
But we also have other findings, which brings us to beg you for more money. So,
What do I look like, the government?
yes.
Yes.
That's a mighty nice suit you got there. I bet it was expensive.
I can't spend as much as Congress can. I'm sorry. I'm not that arrogant.
You do not have the hours in the day. But anyway, we have started probing the anime universe
Ouch.
I believe the law.
Jen, you're running away from me.
Scientifically probing the anime universe.
There's another law.
PG-13.
Facts.
Sexually.
PG-13.
And we found something rather interesting. So it has long been thought that the fundamental thing that makes up the anime universe is plot. Animes must have plot. But there's a problem.
Have you seen any filler?
Well, that's a thing that we figured out. You see, if you examine our known universe, the equations don't add up. There must be some sort of dark matter out there. You guys, I'm assuming people know what dark matter is, yes? So we decided to examine the anime Naruto.
Explain the plots.
And everyone groans, but no. We decided to examine Naruto, and the calculations didn't add up. An average episode of Naruto is about a half hour long. But there's only about 2 minutes of plot in it.
Dragon Ball.
And yes, and so there must
Dragon Ball. Go with the original Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon Ball.
I'm pretty sure there's an entire episode that has no plots in it.
It's just screaming.
for
For the people who've never been to an anime parlor before, how many Dragon Ball Z characters take a screw light bulb? One, but it takes 5 episodes. Yes.
So we boiled this down. If the calculations say there should be a half hour of Naruto, but there's only 2 minutes of Naruto plot, there must exist dark plot. Though, like dark matter, this plot cannot be seen or interacted with in any way.
I like you, Rick. This is good.
Though we have found that large quantities of dark plot interact in an interesting way, and we get gravitation. So we would like to explore a deeper understanding of the fundamental nature of plot and find the missing particles that make up plot. And we think the only way to do this is with large accelerators. So for a beginning, we'd like to propose a linear plot accelerator.
If I might interject for a second. You gentlemen are messing with powers you should not be messing with.
We're not freaking scientists!
It's allowed to expound
It's
further.
one of the job descriptions. Mess with stuff that ought not be messed with. That is their creed. They say when they graduate from mad school.
Having worked with Hojo, I can tell you this is a bad idea. Because what about quantum entanglement? Wait with me for a second here. With quantum entanglement, when you have a single particle, if it's changed, it will change the other particle the same way. So your dark plot, what if you were to accidentally mix the dark plots between 2 series, like let's say Bleach and Dragon Ball Z?
Oh, I have an answer for that. I have an answer. You see, to be able to break down the fundamental particles of plot, we are going to need a large plot collider. Think about it.
Within 2 more sessions of Parliament, we will have created plot and anti-plot. We'll be able to actually create a engine from to power a starship. We are recreating.
And so the point of the large plot collider, obviously, is to collide large plots, such as Bleach and Dragon Ball Z. And then you smash them apart and see what happens. Most likely fanfiction comment. And more to the point, as my colleague said, we would like
Why are lights continuously going out in this room?
Because we're dynamic.
Science! And as my colleague has said, we first need to build a linear plot accelerator, which will accelerate linear plots, which might allow someone to beat Final Fantasy 13.
I ate my strategy guide. Okay, I hated that game so much. I ate my strategy guide. There is no going back.
And if mad scientists were involved in the making of that strategy guide, it would be more nutritious.
I don't know.
it would be delicious cancer.
Oh, cancer.
It would taste wonderful, like wonderful burning death.
And
Puppies. Like puppies. What did I say?
Honorable Magistrate, I feel I must object. My name is Dr. Verbose.
oh, that's not the way this is going.
I represent the Golgothan Humanities Education Institute. You may be surprised to learn that we at the Golgothan Humanities Education Institute do not approve of penis.
All right, the name of your organization one more time, just so I get what your acronym is.
Golgothan Humanities Education Institute.
Think about it.
You don't like penis. I know it sounds What's the problem?
And this is not scripted, guys. They honestly just pulled this stuff out of nowhere.
We pull it from science.
Yes, science. They read you that.
They take all the money that
Hello,
would belong to the mad humanities. It's as though penis draws all the blood out, leaving everything else stupid and distracted.
Wow, this is not PG-13 anymore. Really. This should have been an 18.
What are you thinking we're talking about? These are acronyms.
How long is your organization going to go on like this?
Okay, that one was a dust. No, I thank you for the glory of science. If you will.
My esteemed colleagues seem to be unaware that the Golgothan Humanities Education Institute is far ahead of them on this subject. They're asking for your money to study things that we already understand very well. The largest large plot collider, as you all know, is fanfiction.net. It already exists, and I'm sure you are all aware that it has been for some years a gay project. I propose that this organization is covering old ground and wasting your money. The money should come to us to further the cause of the mad humanities, which are, as always, underfunded.
You have something to say?
We can keep this war going on. You see, the mad humanities do not follow the mad scientific method, which obviously involves constructing a mad hypothesis, testing the mad hypothesis, and then giant laser death scorpions. And so, I'm sorry to say this, but you can continue writing your mad poetry, but we'll do the real mad work here.
You really stuck it to him.
Oh, snap.
You have something to say?
Snap. You just said, oh, snap.
Oh,
Was that what you wanted to say?
I just followed through with the snap.
Oh, okay. That was because of the brain device.
Hang on a second. All right, so people on this side of the room, you may not know, but you're allowed to come up and interject pretty much any time. That's kind of the fun of it. So if you think of something funny or you want to ask a question about the case,
I
that's
can't.
fine.
It makes too much sense.
It's welcome. Yes, Sarah.
I tried.
In theory, with all the various ways that we're funding mad science, why don't we just, have like maybe 2 Super Bowls a year, then they can split the money half and half. I mean, come on, how much money comes through a Super Bowl?
I can't count that.
I interject.
You figure.
Mad science is a selfish project. You're damn sharing. It's all mine.
Ah, yes, Doctor. Give me your name now.
Jackass.
I'm working on it.
Dr. Just a Guy.
Guy with the hair.
What?
Exactly.
Exactly. Dr. Just a Guy, exactly.
All right. So all right. So you guys want more money to be able to create more.
If we have this equipment and we find out the fundamental building blocks of the anime universe, then we will be able to create, fanfiction.net is great, but we will be able to create fanfiction, artificial fanfiction, in a controlled environment.
And the next time they come up, it'll be less money.
Fine. Yes.
We are going to some experiment. I think the room should be closed down. You ever notice? I have a freaking spike in my head. What do you think caused that? Maybe this is engraved on my skin.
It's your own fault.
Their fault.
But spikes are good.
Thanks.
Obviously, you should be
Or you
glad
lose your
that you
microphone
now
privileges.
have a spike on your head that you didn't have before. I mean, now you're a more advanced spike-based being.
I can't even wear a sweatshirt over my spike.
But you have a spike.
You're a unicorn, shut up.
You're a very special snowflake.
A delicious, sciencey unicorn.
Unicorn! The
Is
other
that
one.
what happened when you tried to reclone Twilight Sparkle? Is this that horrible love child of these Twilight Sparkle Fluttershy?
Oh God!
Aww.
One of my scientific experiments has gone awry. It is hugging rather than killing. Kill it quick!
Random love. This is not
The elements of harmony at work.
But first of all, we tried to clone Fluttershy. Get your science straight, non-believer.
Twilight Sparkle is everywhere. Twilight Sparkle is the magic. Magic is a lot.
Twilight Sparkle
All
is
right,
slightly
so-
more difficult to obtain genetic
So let
samples
me ask, what exactly are you seeking as far as additional funding? You know, we need to find the sources. It's not as if Anime Parliament's a non-for-profit sort of thing, as my cafe press cycle obviously shows. Doesn't make any money. Nobody buys it.
Well, see, we were thinking we really hadn't gotten that far. But think of the things we could do. We could create even more Fluttershies /Derpies/Derpy Fluttershy clones with 2 heads. Oh God, put this down after that.
You can make more like a cat dog.
Yes.
So let's actually, we'll open this up to the audience's suggestions. Let's find some suggestions for additional sources of funding for the mad scientists.
I propose we form a super PAC.
Stephen Colbert did it, we can do it too.
You write them down and we will vote on each of these. Who had ideas?
All right, here's an idea.
I actually have a serious idea. I know that's weird. Actually, we should commission them as part of the funding to create something that is needed in the anime kingdom that could actually be marketable and sell, and actually do something, economic with your science.
So you want to make them self-sustaining?
Yeah.
How about the GN drive?
Holy crap! Yeah.
Does it run off of plot? No, of course it doesn't.
Actually,
Son, and I'm sorry, but they've already invented it.
actually, it drives the entire series, so technically it's the ultimate propulsion device.
It's the ultimate plot propulsion device.
I see. Interesting.
If you were to have a
Are we going to have to hire mad accountants now?
Is there a mad accountant in the audience?
Are there any that aren't?
Obviously,
I was friends with a regular accountant in the audience.
This series that he's talking about is obviously the result of you creating the ultimate propulsion device in the past, but it was actually the future, and you've gone back in time, and now you're asking for money to supply yourself to...
Super PAC!
Give us money or the universe will be destroyed.
Actually, we have a theory about that.
And?
You see,
All right, so your idea is ransom.
No! I think it's causal paradox. If we don't receive the money to build the device,
then we will have not done so, which we already did, and thus the universe will implode.
That's right, that's Stein's game.
Because I would be freaking out.
Actually, that's not bad.
How many
don't call on people. I call on people. That's the reason I have the hammer.
Oh, is the hammer made of anti-plot?
The hammer is made of wood.
I'm terrified.
Yeah.
Good.
Think about it. If we fund them, they'll use this whatever machine that they have to add more than 2 minutes of plot to each show.
And perhaps give you another spike.
Double unicorn!
A double unicorn!
What does it mean?
Double unicorn.
These ideas is actually not half bad. Not ransom on our world, but if they create a interdimensional machine of some sort, we can have ransoms on other worlds.
Interdimensional ransom.
I mean,
Yes.
What happened to the Fluttershy prototypes? Why not sell them?
Ooh. They pretty much went to the same farm that all the inbred chocobos went.
Have you?
Cloud is selling those, and those profits actually go to the.
Have you been to the Burger King down the road?
Unfortunately, Fluttershy is 0 through 4 weren't viable.
I have an idea. Why don't we start a mad glue factory?
Ah, I see what you did there. I see what you did there. He's talking about the defective shutterflies.
shutterflies.
They're horses, right? What's blue made of?
Horses.
Exactly.
Cows. Now let me explain the joke. It's not funny.
Polymer.
And what else I think we should
I can't call on you. I'm just going to look at you until he does.
I think we should take all the funding that Fox Network is apparently getting, because they don't know what they're doing with it, clearly. I mean, they canceled Firefly.
They
All right, that I'll give you.
They did cancel Firefly.
They did cancel Firefly.
I've never seen Firefly.
get out?
The second season of Jersey
Big
Shore.
me.
Yeah, well, I guess the only thing Fox has done right is Glee.
Yeah.
Fringe.
Fringe.
I got it.
Fringe.
House.
Me was made by the magic.
And House? Yes, House.
We can melt down the mysterious city of gold for them.
Yes.
No one liked that show anyway.
There are 7 of them, and I loathe the Mysterious Cities of Gold.
So one guy liked that show.
So mainstream.
They never did find all 7, so I propose an expedition to find the 7th city of gold
And melt it down.
This sounds appropriately mad enough.
Find a legendary city that has been hidden for millions of years, for thousands upon thousands of years, and melt it.
Yes! Well, you archaeologist.
Hire Nathan Drake. You're done.
You'd have to be mad.
Sarah.
What about if we take the cast of the Jersey Shore and string them up like pinatas and charge people to beat them?
Can we do it inside the city of gold?
Yes.
I second this idea.
Dunk tanks in the cities of gold, which will dump the cast of Jersey Shore into molten gold.
No,
All right,
I
let's go through the list and let's take a vote on what ideas people are approving of here. So, call out the ideas.
All right, so we commissioned them as part of funding to create something that is needed in the anime kingdom. I didn't know it was a kingdom. That is actually marketable and something economic.
I am
something
the king.
self-sustaining. Idea, super packed. The paradox interdimensional ransom, I couldn't keep up. Selling all the Fluttershy. Alternatively, Mad Glue Factory. Taking all the funding from Fox Network and using it. Melting one of the mysterious cities of gold, or finding the 7th one and melting it down. Or taking the cast of Jersey Shore and charging people to beat them. Alternatively, doing this in the city of gold, where we have dunk tanks into gold.
All in favor of the last one. All right, that's that.
Thank you very much, Honorable Horrible Magistrate.
Sorry. I love it. You know, ever since his first case with his organization, my alignment has changed to chaotic evil. I love it. All right. Let's see. Absolutely, I'll go for a new.
I just have the perfect archaeologist for the job. His name is Jackie Chan. For years, he's just been saying he's just an archaeologist, and he's just found enough things that are, I can't believe them.
He's found Atlantis in an afternoon.
Yes. The TV show.
Yes.
Thank you. That was the gem.
Just an archaeologist.
I'm just sorry.
See if I ever call on you again.
Well, it doesn't matter because I'm going to play. You love me, you know.
I can light him on fire.
Do it, you will.
Next time we need to tell you our theories about spontaneous human combustion. That's a real thing. No one's doing research on it.
Who's got other case ideas?
It's your mitochondria exploding.
Is there really only
We got
one
nobody
person?
else.
Come on, new people. Don't be
Sarah, you
scared.
got a case? Do not talk to my best friend like that. See, look what you did.
You scared the shaman.
You horrible, horrible person.
Are we sure this was a good idea?
I don't know. They'll be the judge as to whether or not it was a good idea. I can't believe how empty this room is.
You don't say that out loud, Sarah.
Open the doors.
Yeah, if you open the doors, they'll hear the laughter.
There's nothing to prop the doors open.
There's a body there.
I'll stand there and laugh really loudly.
No.
Koji.
That's a body. We have chairs. We have empty chairs.
Oh my god, it's a Pokemon!
All right, Sarah.
Ditto? 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 Ditto?
All right, guys, come on.
So, my case is that I actually want to bring the whole of Angry Birds up on charges of contributing, conspiracy to contribute to the delinquency of minors, because Angry Birds promotes kidnapping because the pigs kidnap the birds' eggs, and the birds themselves promote premeditated murder, destruction of personal property, and stealing.
And terrorism.
Terrorism.
Yeah, they bomb. They bomb. They're terrorists, yes.
And terrorism.
Okay.
Sorry, is there? I've never had anything to do with Angry Birds, but I'm assuming there's also suicide in there, maybe?
Yes.
There are lots
Yes.
of birds.
Substantial suicide, yes.
Yeah, but suicide.
In fact, suicide is sort of the point of the game. It's more suicidal than living.
Suicide isn't illegal in any. It's not technically illegal.
But genocide is.
It's suicide, though. We could probably.
It's sort of, I guess it sort of falls under a cult.
Suicide is illegal.
Where if they wanted to commit mass suicide, it would be up to their religion.
Objection, that is actually martyrdom.
Do not
They
use
are
that
martyrs
word
for the
in
cause.
Parliament.
They're martyrs.
We have things against Phoenix Wright in Parliament. Don't you say the word objection.
Say frobjection. It's like, Battlestar Galactica. I'm the only one who watched Battlestar Galactica. Okay.
All right, what did you have to say?
This actually sounds a whole lot like a game that already exists, Grand Theft Auto. So.
Ron, we just opened that door to let people in.
I was getting a lot of feedback, that's why.
I feel bad.
Can you keep it slightly ajar?
No, it's one.
I guess it is awfully hard to make a door ajar.
That's
nice. What was your?
That's it. This already sounds like a game, Grand Theft Auto, which does all of those things you said, kind of specifically: suicide, breaking and entering, destruction of property, murder, genocide, so on and so forth.
But Rockstar is an American company. Well, actually, no, that's true because yours is a European game. No, that's fine. No, Angry Birds is popular enough. I'll let it slide.
So,
Those are people. No one cares about those. We're talking about pigs and birds here.
I suggest that we make Grand Theft Auto 6, Angry Theft Auto.
Wait, give the birds cars?
The title needs work.
Grand Theft Angry Birds.
Yes.
Grand Theft Bird.
Because seriously,
Grand Theft Bird.
because I would buy that game in a minute.
Absolutely. All right. Other arguments, counter arguments, yes.
I really don't think it's consistent for this parliament to punish murder.
Parliament does not hold to the death penalty. Yes, we are morally superior to those who commit murder.
This is the body that acquitted Yagami Light.
He was doing the right thing.
Totally. Yeah, what's the problem?
He should not be acquitted in a court of law. I'll do this again.
He went by the rules of his own universe, which which is the fundamentals of Parliament. We do not affect matter of the universe. This is why we can't bring up Ash Ketchum on, say, slavery. That's why we can't do that because it is part of this. Yes, so based on this is what the humongous argument that you people brought up. That his
I'm not disputing it. What I'm saying is that, well, or by that argument, that according to the laws of this universe, the proper thing to do when someone kidnaps your offspring is to
throw
fling
yourself
at them and immolate them all in a blaze of suicidal glory.
The thing is that in Angry Birds itself, there are no minors, so this is for the children that are playing Angry Birds, so it's sort of...
I meant the eggs.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that because that's why that's why I thought that would skirt the issue of it being okay in the universe.
Yes, because it's affecting outsiders. What the birds do is fine, but what they're doing can impact minors in our world who have access to this game and have the ability to watch birds kidnap eggs and birds kill themselves to get them back. So they think, oh, this kid stole my toy. Okay.
And not only that, but they're making cakes and live action things to simulate this. There was on YouTube, I don't have my phone, so I can't show you the video, but on YouTube there was a video of somebody who did a real life Angry Birds
scene in the middle of the town square.
In the middle of the town square. And then there are people who make birthday cakes with the Angry Birds flying into the birthday cakes. So this is actually coming outside of the game into the real world.
Yes, Meg.
So you're suggesting that we now need to treat Angry Birds
as a
in
drug.
such a way that it would have to be done only behind closed doors by adults. You're putting Angry Birds on the same level as porn.
Oh, petition to make Angry Bird porn.
Stop. Rule 34, you said it, it already exists.
Awesome! I know what I'm doing tonight.
Oh my God!
I love this organization.
Why didn't you let us in 17
What do you say?
So I just wish to see that you are claiming that Angry Birds has committed the crime of dereliction of the youth.
Well, conspiracy to do so because we haven't had any cases other than the.
We have not set a precedent in this.
Yeah, we haven't. So that's why it's conspiracy to do so.
I just I wonder what you're proposing as a solution. Are we going to go with the traditional method and
Well, we haven't gone to that yet. We're trying to prove that this is in fact a problem. But if you guys are simply saying, yes, it is a problem, let's punish them. We'll get to that, yes.
I submit to you that this isn't so much a problem as much as it's a solution to keeping stupid kids from being stupid adults.
Darwinism, yes. It's avian Darwinism.
This may or not be back in fiction. I'm pretty sure there's a childhood Southeast Asian country who went and reenacted events from within Grand Theft Auto. So, has Grand Theft Auto ever been piggybacking off that? Grand Theft Auto is along two lines: murder, genocide. I can't even list everything. They try to make a statement, they can't. Can this really be used to go and really put this? This is going to happen. This is true. This is not just conspiracy. This is happening. We just don't know it yet. I'd like to work back to my statement and say yes.
The only thing is that Grand Theft Auto is actually rated, so it's. I mean, even though it is.
Angry Birds, anybody can get their hands.
Well, I mean, technically speaking.
You don't have to go to GameStop and bring your parents to pick up Angry Birds.
Yeah.
I know. So we just want
Yes,
to.
go ahead.
I'm going to rephrase it and make sure that before I say what I want to say, I understand. Are you saying that Angry Birds has a responsibility to the people that are viewing it and consuming the media?
Yes.
Okay, then I want to charge Naruto for attempted lobotomy of like most
We have hit Naruto with so many charges. I don't really think.
But I mean, what you're saying that people are watching Naruto, you know, and they're responsible for the content and how it affects us. Every time that I watch it, I want to take a stinging stab in my eye.
Don't play off. Yes.
So, I propose a solution to what you're saying. I see it as a legitimate problem. I think we should just go ahead and give Angry Birds an M rating, so only adults can get it. But, so that it fits the M rating, the bird should explode into blood and guts when they hit the buildings, and the pig should turn into bacon.
All those in favor of bacon.
Like you really had to
I
ask.
believe that Angry Birds is guilty of all this stuff. Half the people who are in favor of bacon.
Is it bacon one of the universal rules?
Bacon is a universal law. Angelo actually showed me where that shirt. That's the most horrible thing, but
The best thing.
I want to cut just a small sliver of everything they make. So, you know, the biggest news story is going to be how they're all going to die like simultaneously. All right, so we've pretty much committed them, convicted them of guilt. So what are we going to do? Bacon. Burning at the stake. There are no cows in Angry Birds. Thank you for being the one person who got that.
I believe we should, as Angry Birds has just been found to be
a detriment to society.
A detriment to society and damaging to the youth. We should go with the traditional solution as offered to Socrates. We should have a party, and we should offer Angry Birds the chance to drink hemlock and kill itself.
We can't kill them.
No.
And there are so damn many Angry Birds plushes that's already been classified.
Yeah.
We can
That
send
could work.
We can send them.
We could use them as ingredients in the next epic meal time.
Write that one down. I like that. Yeah.
All right. So, well, first of all, remind me of because Anime Parliament has its own age majority, right?
16.
All right. So since this is a crime against children,
14.
All right. So the only people we consider children and thus properly victims of this crime are 13 and under. What we need to do is find all these kids, 13 and younger,
and throw them in buildings.
No, steal their smartphones and throw them in buildings.
Or we can sell them and use the profits to fund mad science.
Mad humanities.
That's beautiful. Take that one too.
Yeah.
Any other suggestions? Yes, John.
We can send them to another dimension. Dragon Ball Z.
The Shadow Realm.
Yes, the Shadow Realm.
The Shadow Realm shish kebabs.
Shish kebabs. Epic meal time.
Shish kebab.
Get rid of everything.
You can make a game. New Angry Birds chapter, where the point is to fling the bird onto a sharp stake. Build your own kebab.
I like it.
I know you like it. Yes.
We could keep on Angry Birds, keep them like a bar.
Except for the green one, you have to let him roam free. He is sort of handicapped. I hate that green bird, but I love that green bird. Yes.
And leave it there
With the inbred chocobos?
Fluttershy.
Oh, the retarded Fluttershies and the inbred
Oh,
chocobos.
retarded.
Some are evil.
Some are evil.
Most are evil.
All right, why don't we just turn all the Angry Birds over to the evil Fluttershies and watch what happens? Put it on. Mortal Kombat: Angry Birds versus the evil
And
Fluttershies.
sell it on pay-per-view to fund
And
mad
sell it
science.
on pay-per-view to fund mad science.
And use
Adam.
it as shish kebabs.
My only question with that is, what if they should breed?
It's
Science! That's mad science to deal with. All right, yes.
I'm sorry, if they were to come between these Angry Birds and these evil Fluttershies, they would only just get along. If a positive Fluttershy and positive birds get along, why wouldn't a negative Fluttershy and a negative bird get along?
Oh my god, we discovered
It's
the dark
only going to lead
anti-box.
to domination.
And that dominates animals.
It's only going to lead to world domination from this point between laser eyes from ponies and angry suicidal birds.
All right, I have a proposal I think you all will find equitable. Angry Birds, evil Fluttershies. The anti-Angry Birds and the good Fluttershies. Let them breed, introduce them, plot, anti-plot, we now create our propulsion.
Chocobos.
Can the mad
Not. We can.
Think about how much we can sell those engines.
With or without blowing up 5 planets.
Only 5?
I'm sure we can find a few spare planets.
Okay. Say you should do it, we're fine.
All in favor of that last idea I just said? All but you, right? The one in the corner, all but you. You were the only one that was not in favor of that. Oh, you haven't voted for anything? Yes, Ron.
Well, instead of giving them to the mad scientists,
It's too late for that.
I would say give it to the one psychotic woman who will have so much fun with them, and it'll be very minimal damage to this planet.
My aunt?
No, Professor Washu.
I was about to say, we talked about
She's a mad scientist.
Hold it! I have.
You're right, she's a mad scientist. She's a very happy mad scientist. But
Hold it.
She's also a goddess.
If Washu got a hold,
Little Washu.
if little Washu got a hold of Angry Birds and evil Fluttershies, we would have the Apocalypse Ponies.
That's for next Thursday. What's wrong with that? That just sounds awesome.
I'm just warning you. Do you want Apocalypse Ponies? Because that is what would happen.
Apocalypse? Well,
I'm all for that.
the apocalypse does have 4 horsemen. They gotta have horses. I guess that's sort of one of the. It's a self-fulfilling
What are they
prophecy.
the birds for?
It's a self-fulfilling prophecy.
They're like arrows, but birds.
I can't believe we actually stumbled on a self-fulfilling prophecy. Giving horses to Washu to usher in the apocalypse, thereby giving the apocalypse the horses. And the horsemen.
Wait.
The birds, right? The horses. No one ever said they couldn't be birds.
Do you have a debate for that?
I don't care.
No. Just a defense, because technically Washu is not a mad scientist. Washu is the goddess of destruction in the form of a mad scientist. Unfortunately, her sister.
She's
No, the difference is that. Yeah. She's still, but the difference is that she also has good sisters that stop her when she tries to destroy the universe.
That's
And
our job to
all of the ideas would be completely destroyed, Mr. Comey. So it's like.
Says you, that's our job to counteract.
Laser eye firing apocalyptic super pumpkin.
With birds.
Made of bacon and birds. They wear bacon like Lady Gaga. Let's come up with another case and keep this rolling. Any of our new people want to bring something up? You're not a new person.
I'm a new person.
Anybody. Any normal person. Any person whose name isn't Snake.
I see you people in the back talking to each other in hushed tones. Come on.
No idea.
Come on.
No, come on.
Got something.
We've had cases like
I hate this character. Make it die. It's easy as that.
People versus Ditto on the charge of identity theft. Aperture Science versus Chell for the murder of the weighted companion cube. People versus Power Rangers for vigilantism.
Tell them mine.
The sugar pushing?
Yes.
People versus Tiny Snowberry Sugar on the charge of pushing sugar to minors. People versus Link for breaking and entering anything that's baby beer. Fine, Snake. Apparently no one else wants to contribute.
You won't regret it a lot.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello there.
Before we start, I'd just like to ask a quick question to see how much background I have to give on this. Has anybody played the game My World, My Way? No? Ooh, I'm gonna have fun now. All right, let me just put this down so I don't have to carry it.
Does it involve Apocalypse Death Ponies?
It involves the Princess of Chaos.
That's close.
Okay. So, that's a lovely answer. Anyway, the game My World, My Way is an RPG in which you play as a princess named Elise.
Oh, DS game, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And this princess named Elise has the incredible power to be a whiny pain in the ass. Her superpower is she can pout and she gets whatever she wants. Literally, there are points in the game.
Has anybody played Super Princess Peach?
Oh, it's worse than that. Beyond. There are points in the game where she walks into a field, a big open field, and they tell her, oh, you need to go to the south of this country in order to go to the southern islands and kill these monsters.
And she says, well, I don't want to do that. I'd rather the southern island was here. And then she pouts. And then it is.
Are you serious?
I'm serious! There's another point in the game where you're in a dirty, disgusting marsh. And they really need some pearls that only appear in the desert. Notice you're in a marsh, one of the wettest places that there is. And she pouts, and then she's in a desert.
Okay.
It gets worse. She goes into an armory shop.
Or better.
She goes into an armory shop, and she says that the items they have aren't good enough. So she pouts, and then they have better ones. She goes to fight a boss, and he's too strong. So she pouts! And then he's weaker. She goes to level up, and she pouts, and now the monsters give her more experience. She's breaking every rule of the RPG.
How many of the gentlemen in this room have a girlfriend? How many know that this is true in and out of video games? Your argument is null and void. This is you are talking
Good
about
sir.
reality.
Good sir.
I'm glad my girlfriend isn't here to hear.
But I am.
She's watching the burlesque right now.
Good sir, I would just like to say, I'm not trying to punish this girl. I want to reward her.
Why this?
This is a girl.
If we don't, she'll pout.
Anyway, this is a girl.
I like you, sir.
This is a girl who has the magic ability to go on a fetch quest, walk into the area where she's supposed to search for it, decide it's too hard, pout, get the item, and return it to the guy. Only to find out.
Find your city of gold.
Only to find out. Right? Only to find out that this item never actually even existed. She was sent to go find this thing to waste time.
That's marriage for you.
This girl has broken every rule of the RPG and made it work so much better. Now the fetch quest happens. Done.
What?
Is she also breaking the second law of thermodynamics by creating matter?
Doesn't matter.
Sounds like
You
you
solved that last Thursday.
Oh,
Girl, I decided to speak.
This part of the universe is acceptable.
All right. Anybody want to argue with the outright logic of this particular game?
No, because
Angela, you
Good
can
point,
argue
Sean.
with
So
this?
pout.
It takes way too much
I have an
time.
argument. Oh, okay.
You're not cute enough. Sit down.
You win. Objection.
What did you win?
You didn't just say that.
Good point. Good point.
So is there a rule about
Take
that?
it back.
I take it back. There's a law about that now.
No, there's no law about it. I just don't like it.
No, I thought we made. I thought we had
Using
some rules.
objection in Parliament is like trying to feed me carrots. It will only serve to get you killed. All right. So, how are we going to reward someone who can simply pout and get whatever she wants?
Boss, what was your argument?
Excuse me?
I asked.
I need
I'm
two
sorry.
more
It sounded too
right
demanding.
now.
I'm sorry. My
Did you know
news
it's
may
snake, right?
respawn
It's
so I
just
might
like
find out what the argument is.
Restate.
The girl from My World, My Way, who can pout to get anything she wants, needs to be rewarded for her heroic efforts in fixing RPGs.
Fair enough. I vote
Yes,
yes.
Sarah.
Why don't we reward her by taking away her pouting to everybody else?
That's a punishment. She loses her superpower.
What's she gonna do?
And then she'll just pout and she'll have it back.
We should reward her with the brain device. Put it on her head and then we can control it.
You said that wrong.
Oh, what is it?
The brain.
Sorry.
I actually am liking that. Yes.
Well, if we're rewarding for cuteness, I think we got to make it cuter. So I say we give her a Pikachu.
Rewarding for cuteness.
She is adorable. And I think that's why it works. That's why Angela's pout sucked.
So we just gotta So we just gotta make it cuter. Let's give her a little Pikachu to pat with her. Let's give her an evil Fluttershy.
Her epic mount that also pouts.
Epic mount.
Yes,
The stairmaster.
All right, folks. Let's delve into this a little bit. Have you ever
We're going
like?
into depth on this? It's
Yeah.
sort of point of fact.
Well, just think about it for a minute. This girl has never had to try for anything in her life. Can you imagine how unfulfilled she must be inside?
Oh no, she's really happy with the game.
How many rich little daddy's girls living in Beverly Hills actually look like they're having a rough life?
Pretty much all the ones that get to the cocaine.
Well, see, here's the thing.
We should give the evil Fluttershy
gotta get to her before she gets to the
That's your
cocaine.
personal experience.
See, instead of cocaine, she decides that she's going to kill the ultimate evil. And then she does.
Which is essentially
Honestly,
the same thing as doing as cocaine.
Yeah, like instead of imagining she's killing the ultimate evil in her head, she actually does it.
So since she would be so unfulfilled inside, as I suspect she is, Sarah's idea of depriving her of the power would be directly beneficial.
But then that just makes her turn to the coke faster. Because now she can't have it.
All right.
Directly beneficial.
The way I see it, we actually have another problem here. We can solve two birds with one stone. See,
We've killed all the birds.
I just saw the bird.
I'd be so angry.
Did we solve the birds? Well, they're all about flies. They're not Pegasus. They're evil, laser eyes shooting.
See, it was a metaphor. See, this is why people need more education in that
See back to humanities.
All right, 1 second. Let's let Ron comment here real quick, since he's kind enough to videotape all this.
I'd just like to know, what is Parliament's views on church and religion first?
Depends on the series and how prevalent it is.
Okay, my thing is this: you may have a bigger problem if the princess takes out the ultimate evil. You'd have a lot of pissed off Catholics on your hand. That would just all.
And then she just stare at them and then all over, right?
And now she has the Church of Princess Elise. Yay!
All right, so the way I see it, there's a little, I don't know, like a girl who is cute and pouts and thereby gets what she wants. If we just leave it like that, it sounds a little sexist. Also used the example of a girlfriend before, but I have to tell you, speaking from personal experience, boyfriends do that.
So your solution is show us.
So she's
Basically, yes.
Well, what you described is that the
What I propose is that we reward her with a boyfriend who is just like her.
Okay, now you're getting to Naruto territory, and I don't want filler.
I think I could also do the same thing by outlawing chivalry. Then the guys just don't have to give it anymore.
The original goal of Request was to impress an adventurer who had broken the hands of Cat.
Broken the hands of her. Serious?
That's what it literally says in the
The
game.
actual destruction of the game.
So wait,
Broken the hands of
Yes.
I attest to it. I played it too.
And then she realizes that she's awesome.
Does she get the guy in the end?
You know what the ending is? She finds out she's better than him.
We're playing it tomorrow. I know.
Guess what? It doesn't have much plot beyond that.
2 minutes of plot.
The dog
Bring that back up, please. It's a circular arc.
Wait, I got it.
Nuts.
I know what she needs. This will solve everything. She just needs some G-rating.
Not an argument.
PG-13.
Oh, you're right. Sorry.
Yeah, welcome to,
It's 10 bucks.
Delicious soda will
Skip
not
that
satisfy its quester.
18 plus tomorrow. Stop it.
No, he's right. I forgot it was there now. I'm sorry. Good boy.
Yes.
It's just delicious.
So, doesn't this ability put her at or almost near goddess level?
She's sort of epic level at that point. She's an Omega level princess.
So wouldn't that put her in the same category as Harry? Harry.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah. So it really is. This really is something like Haruhi. She wanted an Esper. She got an Esper in her class. She wanted an alien. She got an alien. Whatever she wanted, it happened.
And she didn't even have to help.
Marvel versus Capcom fight. This princess chick and Haruhi.
Oh, yeah.
But she can pound her health down.
Haruhi,
And Haruhi doesn't care. You seem to be ignoring the fact that Haruhi just doesn't give a damn.
Also, she can pound and make her give a damn.
If it doesn't serve her purpose, she doesn't have to.
Fairfax Factor.
Three words. Deus ex machina.
Well, here's the thing. Pout, you bore me. It's gone.
Yeah, it's more like who is the stronger will in that point. It's like Haruhi's got.
Really, it's a battle of wits, and between those two, it's got to be hysterical.
It's just who's quicker on the draw.
Doesn't that make sense?
But here's the thing. At the start of every battle, you're given the option of how to go first. Who's to say she wouldn't use that?
but that also
No, you don't.
No, but
Too late, she's already done it.
But it's delayed. It's the same thing. Haruhi in the front can already be like, the battle's over before she even thinks about, I'm going to just pout to make this battle. Fly first. She can already think. This
I think we're battling on semantics here. Lisa says she can't go back faster than Haruhi.
No, well, no, actually, there is a stronger move here. I pout to make it happen. No, you don't. No, I am making it. You never existed in the first place.
She got yourself back into existence.
Yeah, she would just cut herself back.
You never existed before you
When she comes back, because that's not what she can do. You don't die in this game. If you get to the game over screen, they give you the option: lose half your experience, lose half your money, or power and say they both suck, and come back full health, no damage, no money or experience lost.
Okay, I think the problem here, especially in the argument versus Haruhi versus Pouty McCountlands, is that it is just what Ron said. We don't have a clear volume of study on the religion of Haruhi to the anime universe. So I think we need to find that. They're both gods, basically.
The religion of man! I can do what I want.
And so I suggest we find mad theologians that will give them to study.
So we're going to create a panel, a new class. We're going to create a panel.
Mad theology?
I suggest you take them from the
And Dave Lister.
Dave Lister. Join. Run, Dave, run. Why do you take your sanity?
All right, so we're going to create a panel of mad theologians to look into this particular. This is ridiculous. Where do you come up with this stuff?
I don't know. I'm brain damaged.
The brain device.
I second brain device.
I can't use that as an So we have to nominate mad theologians.
I'm one of them.
Muscles glass.
Who's got suggestions for mad animals?
My theology is bacon.
Well,
I'm Jack Daniels.
Oh,
Arceus.
What?
Given that he is a god himself, ought to work pretty well.
Wouldn't the trainer be a better theologian because he's
whatever trainer has captured Arceus.
Professor.
Arceus.
A guy who runs the bug room. And El Hazard, who is the cackling guy who runs the bug room?
Oh yeah, Jedi.
Jedi.
Why do I remember that?
Can we have Kratos on the panel since he studied the gods and roots very well?
Yep.
There you go.
The gods inside
and out.
Might as well be.
But the other Kratos, but both not work.
I don't believe Father Abel.
Father Abel. Okay. Jeff got I thought we were going to have problems with this.
Oh,
Wolfwood?
why Wolfwood?
Yeah.
He's got a cross.
It's just his bullets. What about Wolfwood's master and his entire, there's an entire group of those cross-wielding psychopaths.
All right, mad theologians. It's Gendo.
Yes.
Yeah.
I also nominate Swain and Shaco from League of Legends.
Oh god.
I also nominate Hideo Kojima because if anybody can come up with crazy ass crap, it's him.
I cannot even spell that.
Hideo Kojima?
Yeah.
What's his name?
2, 4, 6. We got 8 so
All right, we got a full panel. And I guess that's it. Good job. We'll report to you with their findings.
Oh, right.
When I come up with, I really have to figure out what all of these panels we put together wind up coming up with. I have to do work. It's not my job. I think you guys tell me.
The public enterprise for new innovations in science always reports back. That's not
I
even a joke.
hate your acronyms. But I love your results. All right. Suggestions for cases. Other cases. Angelo, do you have to just pop up? No one else has one.
All right.
Your weapon, sir. I don't like army music.
All right. Who here is creators familiar with the webcomic Homestuck?
Hey, Percy.
Sit down.
Fine, familiar.
Is that the one with the aliens?
Sort of.
Trolls?
They walk around, the cosplayers walk around in black outfits with orange orange.
Oh, and the judges, just like,
Elaborate on the word familiar.
So some people, but explain.
As a reader of the comics, or I have interacted with Homestuck cosplayers.
I don't understand. What is Homestuck exactly?
They won't stop telling you about it.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's basically a very long-running Flash webcomic. It now has a larger word count than War and Peace.
50K words and 6,000 pages and 15 minute flashes.
Right.
I think she knows what she's talking about.
Yeah. Couple hundred songs in the soundtrack now.
Where did it go with this one?
All right. I want to charge its creator, Andrew Hussey, with improper architectural alterations without a permit. Now, creators are not usually eligible to be charged by Anime Parliament, but in ways I will explain that have very much to do with his crimes, Andrew Hussey is also a character in his own webcomic. He has, in fact, broken the fourth wall. He has broken the fourth wall so many times and so many ways that it really represents a threat to the building code.
This is like going after Koshi Rikto because he is a character in his own anime, right?
Yes, pretty much. In fact, the fourth wall is a physical, it's physical objects in this universe, which he indeed draws broken over and over and over again. This is basically a threat to the very structure that keeps us safe when we read fiction. Otherwise, the second roof will just fall down on our heads.
In regards to the fourth wall, isn't there a grandfather clause called the Mary Sue clause where you're forbidden to do such things, or else pretty much 1/3 of the people around you will hang you up and beat you like a piñata?
We haven't done anything in regards to any Mary Sue laws, as much as
in regards to this character breaking the fourth wall, technically it is a Mary Sue because he self-inserted him in there into the series, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Originally it was just for fan fiction, but that's kind of expanded to anything else of original works and so on and so forth.
Is he good at everything? Does he have more sexual partners than he has fingers?
No.
Actually, everyone has more sexual partners than everyone else.
So far, no one has ever actually gotten together yet.
But that's
What a boring series! Holy crap!
Then he's not a Mary Sue.
But if you're still in the series general, if you're a hero, you're still a Mary Sue.
I'm sorry, maybe I'm just getting things wrong, but didn't Melvin from Yu-Gi-Oh! The Abridged series already break the fourth wall? Steve? I'm the only one who watches Yu-Gi-Oh! The Abridged series.
No. I'm right there with you.
Didn't Dante actually break the fourth wall first? When he inserted
Yeah.
himself into his own divine comedy?
Didn't the webcomic Ashes of the Fourth Wall break the fourth wall?
You're not understanding the scale of this, right? He broke the fourth wall to describe to us how this object in his room that he had drawn was the fourth wall. Then his drawn avatar in the comic physically broke this object, jumped through it, and then on the other side continued to address the audience.
So
he literally breaks the fourth wall.
Attempting to incite paradox. You have something you were saying?
So he broke the fourth wall while breaking the fourth wall, having broke the fourth wall.
So he did break the fourth wall and break the fourth wall.
To break into it.
That is bad breaking.
Well, in that regard, I mean, he is sort of the divine being over his own universe, therefore he has...
No, that was the one that he broke through the fourth wall to beat up.
He destroyed
What?
So he cloned himself.
What?
So he cloned himself in such a way that his cloned self would be in the comic would break out of the comic and kill him. Or beat him up.
No, not to kill himself,
but to kill the divine being who had ultimate power over the seven. Which was not hard.
It just sounds like a horrible case of low self-esteem here.
Can we solve this problem by making the author wear a kimono?
Of course.
That's your solution for everything.
We had a girl who came up and said that in every single anime series, at one point, all the characters should wear a kimono. And we had a field day with this Sunday. What do you do with Gundam? Gundam's going to start wearing a kimono. It was hysterical. She was shot down so fast. You guys. I don't get
clarify. You're not citing him for being a horrible person or anything. It's a building code violation.
Exactly.
Okay. So you're saying that he did not have the appropriate permits to build a metaphorical three-walled house.
To alter his existing house and also his existing plot and his god character's existing house all into three-walled things without most of their permission. Yes.
Sarah.
I think that the main issue that we need to actually sort out first.
You found one?
Not necessarily the physical representation, but in general, is breaking the fourth wall of crime. Because
You didn't have a permit to build the fourth wall and break it the
well,
first
no,
time.
because if breaking the fourth wall in and of itself is a crime, then you have to go back as far as like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, because Raphael broke the fourth wall all the time. What are we gonna do to Deadpool?
Deadpool sort of lives outside the fourth wall. I was waiting to make that argument.
Of course, you can't kill him.
But I think that should be the first issue, is breaking the fourth wall a crime or not? Because if it is not a crime, then the whole argument becomes...
Well, we're really going, it's not so much that the argument is not so much that he broke the fourth wall, it's the fact that he didn't have the permits necessary to adjust the architecture of his world in order to be able to do this, correct?
Basically, yes.
Okay. Yes, Nate.
I have to say that if we're arguing on the legality of this issue, you have to remember that the slogan of MangaNEXT is manga is not a crime, and a lot of fourth wall breaking occurs in manga, and therefore this is not a crime.
Person next to his name.
Honestly, I think we're looking about this all the wrong way, right? Like,
how do you not look at this the right way?
Let me explain. Let me explain. So,
If that's the screen that you were typing are simply filled with question marks.
No, I've actually read these 3 times.
Let's put this into something like the common person can understand. When baseball first started, the home run record was 23. There was no charges for getting more than 23. You strive to get more than 23 home runs. I think we just need to strive to break the 5th wall now. This is a new record.
Funny you should mention.
Wait, you were ready for that?
Andrew Hussey was ready for that.
Hold on one second. We'll get to the person next to the person next to Snake.
As for instance, the whole fourth wall issue, whether or not that's true, I say all fiction should be allowed to break the fourth wall. Because 1, it's fiction, and 2, it's freaking hilarious every time they do it. Not every. So therefore, every time.
I am fiction.
So imagine the hilarity when they break the 5th wall.
Or when they break the 6th wall.
I don't have to imagine that was like a couple of years ago. When there was the 5th wall that was right behind the 4th wall, so broke that too.
I mean, everything breaks the fourth
Like there
wall.
was like the wall that you were watching through when you broke the 4th wall, you broke that too. He really did.
All right. So you're trying to go after him for the building permits.
Yes.
That's a good question.
I'd say the Washu or Howard.
The Department of Fourth Wall breaking internship.
Well, I don't know. Hold on. Let's ask someone who actually has a tremendous amount of experience in this particular field. How many of your characters have ever broken the 4th wall?
Gosh, well, I learned from the best. Brett Gallagher, he used to go track his own.
Oh my God, he's always been epic at that sort of stuff.
But yeah, I mean, much like Atkins, I just sort of did it. He sort of like hoped everybody would go the way. I didn't know there was anybody out there that like actually like, hey,
here's the thing. I mean, you've now got the problem where people who have been in this industry for a very long time, and I bet you Mr. Gallagher has no idea that there's an agency out there that requires it to just
making this shit up.
I think, frankly, we should appoint them a marketing budget so they can actually that's not known.
Well, look, I've heard people who have just stipulated that a single fourth wall break can be covered by your average everyday artistic license. Which
artistic insurance license.
Which most creators have already been issued. But the fact of breaking the fourth wall behind the break the fourth wall, to break the fourth wall, and then breaking the fifth wall is just going too far.
You confuse me, and therefore I no longer like this.
That's the person next to say. I intentionally don't use your name.
Just because it hurts him, I am happy you do that. It's not really an argument, I just have a question to you now. If we go so far as to say breaking the fourth wall is a crime, what would we do with Excel Saga?
Deadpool.
I don't know. Excel and Deadpool in the same series has got to be amazing.
Well, I believe there's precedent for dropping itself through the floor, so I think we have a built-in remedy for that.
Well, there's also precedent of shooting her with a bazooka.
But she always comes back to life.
Let's stay on the premise of the case. What do we believe we should do to prevent the illegal adjustment to anime and manga architecture as it pertains to the construction and destruction of the fourth wall?
Give the people on the other side of the fourth wall less angry birds.
Yeah, and at some point in time that will actually make sense.
Only you would be on the other side of the fourth wall.
Clearly, there's a very simple solution.
If you say more mad funding, you're going to have to leave.
No. Homestuck should be visited by a building inspector, and fines should be assessed for violations of the...
We should appoint an anime and manga architecture firm. We should establish
a mad architecture firm.
No, I can't afford to give you any more money anymore.
Actually, I was going to suggest there's already a perfectly good existing multi-dimensional force, the Galaxy Police from Tenchi Muyo.
Oh yes, because I'm sure Mihoshi can do such a wonderful job at this.
Don't forget you have to add in, this is entirely about webcomics, so it would have to be...
Yes, it would be webcomics. All right, it would be webcomics.
Wait, so webcomic?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Oh, do whatever you want.
Just say that with a very well decorated webcomic artist in the front row. I love that. Okay, yes, Nick.
I say that we should just prevent all of them from breaking the fourth wall by going about and prematurely destroying all the fourth walls for them. That way, they can't be in violation of breaking the fourth wall because there already isn't one.
So just flush all the
So we should, no, I think we should just appoint the creators of Angry Birds to start flinging Angry Birds at all the fourth walls. The proceeds are going to the bad science.
The wall.
It's not what protects us from them. It's what protects them from us.
Or at least the fangirls who are writing on fanfiction.
Exactly. It protects them from us. We need to
We said to break the walls, not the internet.
Well, that particular concern is not really important in this case because there are already fangirls inside the Homestuck universe.
What is that? About the other characters.
He actually raises a valid point. Now that these fourth walls are broken, have you noticed that there's been an infestation of Homestuck in every con we've ever been to?
Yeah.
10% of the con population is all these little black or you make that
I have a great story
The
about
breaking of the fourth wall is causing these creatures to bleed into our dimension.
The actual dimension.
Is this how anime cons were created?
Very nice. That's probably the greatest argument I've ever heard in my life.
How about we just eliminate the need of all fourth wall breaking by acquiring a portal gun and shooting a portal on each side of the wall?
That's just gonna break it. How?
Now let's get a portal in.
So now you can travel through the wall without having to break it.
We can't do that because unfortunately the fourth wall is not a good enough surface to.
Just get some space rocks.
Guys.
Okay.
Don't make me use this.
I'm all for an agency to handle this. I would say let the Goddess Agency handle it because Scald is a pretty badass mofo behind the keyboards, okay? But since we already have Homestuck characters floating around in our world, I say we open up our own dimension and get Solid Snake to take them all out.
Call it an experiment.
The Ghostbusters. Could I say a simple answer to lift the fourth wall?
The Ghostbusters are 5 years away from Social Security. Do you think they have the energy to deal with this?
Why not just laser eyes shooting apocalyptic ponies?
Again, proof that nothing can't be solved by mad science.
I don't exactly object, but since the cast includes several deities, we would have to give Solid Snake or the laser ponies godlike power.
Laser shooting apocalyptic ponies in stealth gear. In stealth gear. It's a pony with a cloaking device. It's a Romulan apocalyptic laser shooting pony.
I submit that Kratos led this group so that obviously a god like you.
Oh, dude, Kratos should do it.
Yeah, okay.
All those in favor of Kratos solving the problem.
That'd be a fail-safe for
Took a whole lot of all those time to find ways.
Is he still on trial for being the white supremacist?
What?
Is he still on trial for being the white supremacist?
Yeah, but he still solved the problem. No, he was already convicted of being the whitest supremacist. Children's book.
It'll take some years off his sentence. That wasn't really a conviction as much as a condemnation.
Is that community service for him?
Yeah, it counts toward his time. Yeah. He's doing us all a favor.
Wait, he'd be killing characters who are all black.
And as the whitest,
solving a problem that's complicated.
And as the whitest supremacist, it sort of fits his job description anyway. So we're not actually making him work against his own moral function. All right, cases. All right,
Very short case. Oh, case. Very short case.
Yes.
Lies and slander.
We're gonna write that shit.
All those in favor of lies and slander.
Alright, many of you don't know I actually deal with a lot of accountants, and a couple of accountants found some irregularities that I wanted to bring on for them. There actually has been 217 cases of workman's comp that are questionable in Dragon Reach. It seems that there has been an excess of people being shot in the knee. When the first 10 came in,
I quit!
Watch the grass. All right, solution to that. I got it. Before this starts. You can't claim workers' comp because they were not working for Dragon Reach before they got shot in the knee. It is just they got shot in the knee and then therefore got
they're guards. They are guards.
Hold on, let's see. Were they paying cover?
What?
Were they? Well, no.
They were adventurers. I was an adventurer before I got shot in the knee. They were affiliated.
They are adventurers like you, and you are actually working for right around the Jarls, and they're on the
But that's because you choose. I'm an adventurer.
I understand. They are not saying
they're
that,
mercenaries. They do whatever the hell they want.
but they also are paid by either Whiterun or
But
Dragon Reach.
they are just people who say, I need you to do this for me, if so, I will give you money. Fair enough. They're not they're not employees of the said organization, therefore they don't get.
They are. They're
hold on.
The company's just buying their services.
Hi, small business right here.
That's why. Yeah. You can't claim it because they weren't working for them when they claimed it. They did for them.
I have the Photoshop proof. And Photoshop.
Oh, there he has Photoshop proof.
Hang on a second. We may have some actual honest real business information on that.
Yourself your own freelancing business.
Okay. Yes, Nick.
I have a very obvious problem in this case. You're saying that Dragon Corp is only hiring these people, whatever, is hiring these people because of their injuries as adventurers. Don't you see that they're participating in the Hire a Veteran program?
No, they actually did have arrows and knees in the field, and they were transferred to Whiterun or Dragon Reach.
When was this made to light?
I have the proof.
Show me the proof.
Oh, well, the accountants have it. I can actually bring it next thing.
That means nothing now. They don't have proof. The fact is, all they say is we were a venture, and they got an hour to me.
Right.
Yes. I actually have proof. You see, they say that they were adventurers. Oh my God, my knee!
That's 218.
several formed organizations whose sole purpose is to hire adventurers. And they could easily have been working for any one of those before they took the arrow to the knee and transferred to the city guard, say White Guard. For example, if they were a member of the Companions or the Thieves Guild, they were adventurers.
I was going to say, is there a guild or some other union that they already belong to that might be able to cover this work?
5 to my knowledge.
I have to agree with the guy next to the guy next to Snake. The guy next to the guy next to Snake. I'll take it.
From now on, everybody in the audience will be named Mason and prostitutes.
All in favor?
Whoa! You don't call all in favor.
You just look at someone and wait for Adam to call all in favor.
I'm sort of running this. I've been running this for 10 years. I know when to call for favors. Favors. Who's got favors? Go ahead.
We had finished. That wasn't the point. Oh, okay. So he's right though, because it's pretty much essentially the same thing as hiring a mercenary service. They're not employing them; they're buying their services. It's like when I go to the Taco Bell and buy a taco, they don't give me work.
Is the taco performing work for you?
That's why I don't That's the job, and it's like the whole thing right now.
So, you're saying now these organizations who are prime objective is to hire adventurers. That is not true. You find out about all these organizations because other people go, we are part of this organization. They go, would you like to join our guild? Yes. Then do these things for us, blah, 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 you do shit like that. Sorry about that. Stuff like that. But these people just say, I was an adventurer like you. As in such, I could have been doing anything. As an adventurer, I mean I was killing pigs to gain experience. But for all we know, they could be doing whatever that they want. Whatever they want. We don't say that. Perhaps there are people who are part of the Companions or so on that got an arrow to the knee. Who's to know if they are also now on workers' comp from the Companions? We'll just say, we got an arrow to the knee.
That's
I used to say that to you. We got an arrow to the knee, so we decided to work as a guard. Okay. The fact is that they never said they were affiliated with any other organization.
His statement is that because they said adventurers and didn't tell a random person that they were hired and how long they were hired, you have authority to say that the workman's comp, which I do say is a fraud because all these are really not actually happening, but they were employed by the Jarl and they actually...
But they aren't saying that. They just say we are adventurers.
I know.
Somebody travels from place to place solving
hold on one second. They said that they're a adventurer, which can also be part of the guard, and you were saying that the 2 seconds that that person interacts with the main character, 2 seconds that that person plays with the main character, is the whole life story, and then you can justify...
But they're not saying they were a guard. If they were a guard, they would have said...
I can be an adventurer and a guard.
I'm a guard, because I'm a guard. They never said that. They said I'm an adventurer. What is an adventure?
Have you played Skyrim yet? No. Okay.
But what is an adventure?
I understand what is adventure. Adventure is a person that travels, and adventure can also be a mother, a father, wizard, anything else. The 2 seconds that I go, hey, my name is Jay. That doesn't mean that I'm only, Jason. That's the only, name that I go by, the only thing I do by. So you're saying that because of the 2 seconds, the person interacts with that person. That is the apex of everything that they are.
But if you're working for an organization, you don't say you're an adventurer. You say, I'm a companion.
He's having a conversation.
I took an arrow to the knee.
I
was this, and I took an arrow to the knee. You're not specifically part of that. You're an adventurer. You do whatever the hell you want.
So I understand what you're
Do
saying.
whatever you want.
Again, he was trying to connect with the person. Since that person was not under the employment, the main character, he wouldn't say, hey, random thing that I am that you're not. He is connecting with that person. They both are adventurers. He also might be something else. So, yeah.
All right, let's.
But you still haven't proved.
Stop. Tony, calm yourself. Why would they be trying to create this fraud? What exactly is the benefit to them? I mean, their cousins are out fighting dragons, and what are they going to do?
Well, they get to sit around and Whiterun and live off of the penny.
Find people's sweet rolls and
Yeah, and they got a nice little belly.
They don't seem very excited about it. So I don't really see why they would be purposely
of times family issues, also mental illness, but myriad of different reasons why somebody might fake a workman's comp, especially since everybody has the same injury, and that's what I wanted to state, is that everybody that the main character has met has not got an arrow in the hip, hasn't got an arrow in the hand, has an arrow in the knee. So I still state that, it's some kind of fraudulence. Oh, I'm pointing.
No, you need to look at me.
I have one little tidbit to add to that. In my game, none of the guards have an arrow to the knee. They're all dead. So it's not that safe of a job. I mean, you can be killed by dragons or by me.
All those in favor of killing Josh the Dragon? No one likes you.
That was really rude.
Hey, you got something you want to say?
Yeah, well, it seems to me that all we need to do is just have some sort of catch-all, appointment with a white mage or something like that with their hammer and just kind of go and check the reflexes and see if it's legit or not.
So a guy gets shot in the knee, and all we're gonna do, before we try to heal you, we're going to hit you in that knee with a hammer.
I like it.
Are you with
I would like to say I have evidence.
What?
Show that evidence.
Are you saying it's self-inflicted wounds?
It's a soldier flying with a rainbow behind him, and a soldier flying with a rainbow behind him getting shot in the beginning, and the soldier just standing on the ground looking at the ground.
Proof that this is not a fraud.
It's like Adventure Time.
They're all sad.
Or that could be the one adventure that all the other adventurers got the idea from.
Then all the insurance companies have to do is sue the manufacturers.
Wow. Okay. That's pretty easy.
So here's my thought, right? You said, oh wow.
Not fall on people.
So you said that
shot and he did.
Okay, thank you. All right. So you said that adventurers can do whatever they want. And I think that makes this an open and shut case. People are claiming insurance fraud without ties to the insurance that they're claiming it from. That's basic evidence of fraud.
Sounds reasonable.
Yeah,
But
so
they
you
can do
think that's
whatever they
a
want.
fraud?
Who says they can't do that?
Well, that would be against the law, wouldn't it?
So it's adventure.
You could also claim that they aren't actually claiming fraud, they're just telling you a story.
Yeah, there you go. What did, no, please don't. Oh, God!
I can do nothing anymore.
Why?
You might as well. This is not.
Yeah, that's sort of
Just FYI.
that's sort of deflated.
Just FYI, I actually did put at the top of the case, short case.
Why did you leave? We were having fun.
It was supposed to be a short one thing in and out.
Well,
I gave you such an argument that you couldn't.
No, to prevent the said knee injuries, why not just give them shield and knee pads?
Knee braces.
Knee pads are the obvious solution to prevent the fraud.
All those in favor of plate mail knee braces?
Okay, can it be like
Kevlar would probably do
Kevlar
that.
would
Kevlar
be
would, well, in that time and stage, I don't think Kevlar would use.
They can drag it.
This is for graphics.
Mid-roll is a little, they need something.
Mid-roll's lighten up
Yeah,
and
put
reduce
it
your
into guards of some sort. We'll figure it out.
Did you have an idea?
all dollars?
I go for it. See what you got.
I'd just like to note, doing those fake falls from getting injured in the knee has now hurt my knees.
Parliament is not liable.
Okay. I think this, I actually want to expand on what Mr. Lister, something that Mr. Lister mentioned. It is entirely too easy to convert cross. We should go after the crossbow makers because
You already solved the case.
because it is entirely too easy to convert crossbows into full auto. In fact, there are kits you can buy at any crossbow fair.
What are you talking about?
I don't understand where you're going with this one. Where did we get on the subject of fully automatic crossbows?
I don't know, but move to give everyone fully automatic automatic crossbows.
Because when everybody's super, nobody is. Congratulations, you've now armed everybody. I hope you sleep well. And he will with his crossbow. You okay, or are you?
I was going to comment. I think somebody just needs to pout.
Nobody's
special anymore. I feel the need to pout. It's not going to work for me.
You're not hot enough.
All right, Angelo, do the last one.
Okay.
Make it permanent. Make it something everybody can get in on.
Okay, how many of you have played?
Smooth, brother, smooth.
Really?
Best game ever.
That's horrible.
Take two. How many of you have played Kingdom Hearts?
What's a Kingdom Hearts?
How many of you people have been living under a rock for the past 5?
Really?
I like my rock. It has air conditioning.
What's the rent on that rock? Because I'm looking for a new place.
$5 a week.
Okay. So
It's only $20 a month.
there's something I
Moisture is
realized.
included in that.
There's something I've realized recently. So it appears as if there's actually a monopoly that needs to be broken up in the Kingdom Hearts universe. There's in fact one guy who sells cloaks in that universe. You see,
I love antitrust.
originally, I thought that Organization 13, no relation, was wearing these dark leather cloaks to band together as a society. And I thought it was a little weird in Kingdom Hearts 2 how Mickey was also wearing one, and how Riku in Ansem's body was also wearing one. And then when I got to, further Kingdom Hearts games, more people were wearing them. If you look at the upcoming trailer for Kingdom Hearts 3D, there's a guy that looks like young Xehanort who's wearing them. And then, and Xehanort himself is wearing them. And there's this mysterious red-eyed guy that's wearing them. And really, my point is, when anybody enters the Kingdom Hearts universe, especially nobody, whenever someone enters the Kingdom Hearts universe, especially if they're like created as a heartless or a nobody, because they're wearing them most, they're created naked. And the first place that they see is Dave's Discount Leather Cloak Emporium. And so, you can't keep track of who these characters are due to the monopoly that Dave has on leather cloaks. And I think that, see? Are you seeing
So I have a quick question for you.
Yes.
I just want before we go charging Disney with certain.
Dave.
Well, no, just go back to Disney. Before we start arguing,
I was never charging Disney.
Well, no, because they are Kingdom Hearts.
Where do you come up with these arguments?
Disney. His ass. We're talking about they're in the Disney universe.
They are in the Disney universe, but I am charging Dave from the Disney universe. Or
actually, Dave would be from the Square universe because he is not a Disney princess.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay, point retracted. I thought you were trying to argue about the Disney universe, which was created by a guy who shared his ideals with Hitler, so I was a little concerned about that.
What?
Wow, okay. I was talking about leather cloaks, guys.
Nazi leather cloaks!
Come on, Nazis!
Godwin!
Yeah, no, the case.
So, hold on, someone.
Yes, Nate.
All I'm really wondering, I'm trying to find out. Are you trying to make fashion a crime?
No, Twelly already did that. The world ends with you. Look it up. It's a great game.
I did like it.
Sure. Yes.
Are you just upset that you're not Dave? You want money?
Who said I'm not Dave? Who said I was Dave? Well, he did.
Adam, should we actually listen to him considering he's still just a ditto?
I am not still just a ditto. I am also a ditto.
Who happens to be wearing black? That looks kind of leathery.
It's a cloth hoodie. What?
It just so happens to be.
Hey! useful?
It's just comfy. It's just one size fits most. Sorry, it just works.
All non-animal characters in the Kingdom Hearts universe pretty much have the same.
They can fit in.
Yes, no, his actually was custom done. Take a look at his hood. You have to make sure. We have to make sure that his ears are gonna fit. And take all his measurements, make sure it's gonna go and work every time. He's throwing that thing on. It's just gonna glide straight over. You know,
hundreds of quality checks.
We go through this.
He's the only one because he's the only one that provides that level of customer service. He is the.
I am Dave. This is my business.
He is the only one because he put.
It's 100% American made too.
Can't we just have like Hollow Bastion open a hot topic?
Funny you should mention that. Funny you should mention that. Halloween 2010 was the very first time and only time I ever let anybody else sell my wares. However, what happened through that, there were a lot of faulty products. I wasn't able to go and follow through with them. I just said, you know what? This is where my limit is. I am not going to be held responsible. Period. End of statement.
That's all I got. All right, so Dave is obviously guilty of
quality merchandise.
It was a rush order. I said the quality is not good. They sold it.
Though. We're pretty much talking about the monopoly. You were talking about the monopoly you have on the market.
I charge reasonably. I don't go and assume everybody's going to be able to shell out, their left arm, their right leg, for just a bit of automail. It's not going to work out every time.
You're awesome. You are awesome. That comment was the best. Yes.
How do you know that there weren't more than one kind of Dave store originally? Yet everyone in the Square universe chose Dave because once again we all agreed that he had made a quality product. Therefore, due to lack of need for those sorts, they just died out.
That still leaves us a monopoly, and unfortunately, that still is an antitrust violation. Yes.
Well,
I mean, honestly, take a look at it. When Apple was in trouble, Microsoft actually put money into Apple so they wouldn't have the antitrust problems.
The question is, are there other clothing things out there competing with dramatic black leather gloves? And I would have to say that buckles and belts have a serious
Hold on a minute. No, I have it. Dave.
Yes.
Do you presently own the patent on your black leather coat?
Yes.
Case over. Jimmy or CBS will come out with a generic coat. All over the place.
However, opening soon at Traverstown.
Or other characters that have gone and used dramatic leather cloaks. You can just take Sephiroth, for example, one of the most well-known cloaks throughout the entire anime and video gaming fandom. It's most recognizable through anything.
Can't blame the poor guy for holding his patent. I mean, really.
I know what I own. This is what I own. It's all I've got. This is my business.
Well, you actually won that case by the fact that you own the patent.
I made this organization 13.
How much does one of those cost? Because that looks really comfy.
Actually, I got this, like I said, Halloween 2010 from Hot Topic for $40.
No, I'm asking you, Dave. How much does a Dave's leather cloak cost?
If I were doing leather, that would probably cost me a shiny penny, maybe 3.
All right, how much is that in money?
In money? And we're looking at a good $98,643.
Okay, so I have this perfectly good thing called a keyblade spelled and pronounced wrong from Birth by Sleep. Would that get me one of those? Because that's a pretty bitchin'.
I do accept trades. I would accept that one.
Okay.
The key to open any door. I will take that.
Okay. Thank you. Pleasure doing business with you.
Actually, I just received a text message from Link. He says he also has a key that can open any door that he got in the first game, and he is going to do that plus 50 rupees.
Ooh. Make me an offer. Make me an offer I can't refuse.
And a princess.
Is she another
I'll throw in 7 princesses.
Are they the hearts?
One princess and 8 crystal maidens.
Crystal maidens is fine.
7 princesses and a legion of gay fic writers.
So you're gonna play Aiken Link?
More chickens than you know what to do with stuff. No, a fleet of attack chickens.
One really angry duck.
I'm looking for an angry bird here.
A laser eye apocalyptic pony.
A laser eye apocalyptic goofy.
Oh.
Dear Mother of God.
What has science done?
Mad science shall not be trifled with.
Take 2. Take it both.
He was willing to offer you a sword. A sword.
No, now
It's
you're making
dangerous
sense
to go alone.
Black leather jacket, swords, please. What's next? The blonde white hair? Sephiroth has already cornered this market.
Kirby is actually coming. He said he already scalped Cloud, and he will throw that in on just because we found Kirby guilty of scalping doesn't mean he stopped him.
Nectar from the World Ends With You is going to throw in his entire pin collection.
Ooh. Am I getting the soul of rhyme?
Yes, totally. You'll get the soul of rhyme, and you'll even get one favor from Joshua, who is God, spoiler.
What about Mr. K? Where's Mr. K in all
Help
of
me
this?
and they can teleport you anywhere.
Snazzy clothes that can teleport you anywhere.
But with these clothing, can I control the...
Wait, an army of attack chickens wasn't good enough.
I'm sorry, no. Listen what...
A harp that can change time.
What about a rod that can change seasons?
That too.
White screen Disney magic that can do anything even if it makes no sense to the plot.
Can I get a triangle to go with it?
Sure.
I need to press something.
Sure. We could go to like Atlantis and get one of their triangles. Or whatever the thing. I hated that music in the game.
Majora's Mask.
All of the masks.
All of them.
Oh, God.
All 3 of the supposedly unrelated Kingdom Hearts for some reason. The place Kingdom Hearts. The one that the villain from the first one tried to open, and then they tried to make it number 2, and then they tried in Birth by Sea Tobo. I'm giving you all of them.
Can I just have the box set of seasons 1 and 2 of My Little Pony? That's all I want. It's all I want.
Wait. I offered you a laser eye apocalyptic pony and you want the...
Done! No, you're too late. Done.
All time rule.
My kingdom for seasons 1 and 2, even a spoiler for season 3.
I will give you Tetsuya Nomura. He will write anything for you.
Give me Daniel Ingram. Give me Daniel Ingram. I want more songs like Smile, Smile, Smile. May the best pet win and Winter wrap up.
I will give you, because I have the power to do this, I will give you Rainbow Dash's turtle.
Tank? I can't separate them.
I will clone you an army of Fluttershy!
Yeah, we see all of that work last
No, now we're going to the whole Zetsu thing. Now it's Zetsu from this point. He's just going to be army of Zetsu being raised up and becoming every other ninja we don't want to see.
I dropped the floor on all of what he is offering you.
He is...
Well,
There goes the microphone.
He lost microphone privileges.
I thought that was another error in the knee for a second.
It's an error in the knee,
So both knees simultaneously.
So now he actually has nothing to offer you. And my office
stands. And may the highest bidder win.
Okay, let's got us on the plug. Screw you. You gave me that bunch of All right, well, I want to give Angelo and his organization 13 enough time to set up for their metal panel. So, thank you for coming to Parliament. I hope you had a little bit of fun. This is a very unorthodox sort of session, but definitely come back tomorrow night at 11 o'clock for 18+. We have a lot more fun. Oh my lord. I'll tell you all what G-Rate means at that point. So, stick around. They're doing cool stuff. So
It's a game show. It's a